Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northern Line Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. My streak, oh, it's gonna be at 1. It should have been at like minus 200, because last night Mathis was grinding to get, I'll just random. Oh no, that's not random! that is the lost. Okay, well, we'll give this a try. Maybe you saw the seed there quickly. You know what? D6 as the lost is not the end of the world. What might be the end of the world is taking a single hit of damage, so I'm off to a cracking start so far. What I was gonna say is that last night Mathis was grinding to try to get the Bandage Girl achievement. It was the last thing he needed. Well, I guess technically not the last thing he needed for Real Platinum God, because now he has to also get Super Bandage, which is the item that getting Bandage Girl unlocks. But he was doing that, and we thought, you know, it'd be funny for our co-op stream if we raced him to try to see who could get Bandage Girl first, which was pretty much just... I don't want to call it necessarily a dick move, because it was all for fun, but considering Kate already... Nice, great Spirit Hearts. Considering Kate already has Real Platinum God, it was mostly just, for bragging rights, I guess, for humor's sake, whatever you want to call it. He ended up beating us, which I think is honestly... Ooh, small rock. I think that's honestly kind of a feel-good story, because he actually needed it. But we were holding R a lot and restarting, and I figured, you know... Ooh, I kind of wanted to open that up. Figured there's not much sanctity to the streak right now, considering how many episodes have been lost to crashes, and how many episodes have been lost to, you know, various other, you know, blue screens, and Mr. Green Man's been showing up. We're in a bit of a transitory period. If you're looking for an update on my computer issues, pretty much we're still in a holding pattern. I'm still on Kate's computer, which I think sounds pretty good. Maybe even better than my setup from time to time, but especially better than my setup considering Mr. Green Man is not showing up. But, no tinted rock there. Oh, we did blow it up, but we didn't blow up any of the rocks. That is very strange. So that does inhibit our ability to get a crawl space there, although probably not by too much. Yeah, we're waiting on the NVIDIA video card we ordered to show up, and when it shows up, we'll slot that into the machine, wipe it, and then see if that fixes the problem. If it doesn't fix the problem, obviously our problem lies with something that is not the AMD video card, and is possibly power supply or motherboard related. But anyway... The other problem will be, I think I'll take Blood Clot here, that we'll have 12 video cards, but the conventional wisdom is that it will solve the problem, and hopefully that'll mean that I can get back into my own office and be productive again. Although I think we've been doing a pretty good job of getting videos out, in spite of the fact that my computer is largely non-functional. If you want to play something in DirectX, it's no problem. So I'm like, every day I'm like, you guys want to do your Blood Bowl game today? Yo, you want to play Blood Bowl? Forrest, you want to play Blood Bowl today? I could really go for some Blood Bowl right now. But, you know... People are busy, and Blood Bowl is a big time commitment. Also, he's scared I'm gonna smoke his ass, probably. Which, if there's anybody in the league who should be scared that I could beat them, it probably should be Force. I think we're a perfect match for one another, which is my way of saying that we're both kind of bad. Iron bars. We haven't used our D6 yet. I mean, conceivably, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who are like, well, why don't you just re-roll your item rooms until you get, what you need to win as the Lost. And that's probably a good idea, actually. Like, if you're just going for a lost win, but I've really liked the items that have shown up. And I don't want to reroll them. I want to save my reroll for the deal with the devil. That way, if we don't get a 9 lives, we can reroll potentially into the 9 lives. Or, moreover, if an item that we get on the deal with the devil just sucks, we can reroll it and turn it into something that doesn't suck. You don't necessarily need 9 lives to win. It does help out a great deal, but not necessarily essential. I think we're pretty lucky to fight against the Widow here. I didn't use my bomb on the Tinted Rock, and, you know, you might think that that's a misplay. The only situation... Don't take this the wrong way. The only situation in which you're right is when that Tinted Rock pays out with a golden chest that then has a decent item in it worth more than 1 bomb and 1 key that it costs to open it, because we can't do anything with Spirit Hearts, so we might as well just accept that. And I'm happy to have maybe a rune here. A Yera rune could be good. Shouldn't take that yet. Definitely should not take the toenail. And we get... I have to take the 2 guppy items. Like, that's just not even a contest. Sack Dagger is not good enough for us to keep because of how dangerous it is. So we'll re-roll that. That becomes Whore of Babylon, which is... I assume it just turns us into the Whore of Babylon. And we get Sister Maggie from it as well. So we got really good value here. We do have Whore of Babylon. We also got a range upgrade. I think I'm just going to head down to the next floor. The obvious problem with this run right now is we still can't be hit, but we're very powerful. 1 guppy item away from becoming guppy, and Curse of the Labyrinth doesn't necessarily put a damper on things, especially considering it's caves instead of catacombs. Okay, that was a little dicey. Would never dispute that. Wouldn't recommend going into that room the way that I did it, but we managed to survive. Where does the Yara rune get used? I mean, it's an interesting concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. But it is an interesting concept because we really don't have a good target for it. On the chest, yes, but I mean, are we really going to save the Yara rune for the chest? I think we should maybe try to get a reroll before we go fight our bosses here. I hate these enemies that can just fire sort of at random. We will open that golden chest now, hope for like a cricket's head. Basically what I'm getting at is by the time we get to the chest, I would hope to have a run that is winnable. I guess if we don't, then it's good, but you know, we need stuff that's gonna win now for us. Like, that's the thing. You can afford to think a little bit long-term is the loss, but not very long-term. You know, you gotta live every single floor. We should, right? I mean, Epic Fetus is an unbelievably good item. All we have to do is not hit ourselves with it. And I tried to avoid the spikes there, which is kind of funny. Probably try not to miss like that. Our tiers were looking really good, which is why I was somewhat hesitant to take Epic Fetus, but should also note that Epic Fetus is like really, really strong and just killed Peep in 3 hits. I think I could probably take the speed upgrade, but we might as well wait on it a little bit. Don't really care about the little chub. This is getting carried, by the way. Oh, and we gotta deal with the devil. It is not a guppy item, so we will reroll it no matter what it is. Lump of coal gets rerolled, Krampus's head gets rerolled. Became the shovel, which is hot garbage for us. And just gives us a ticket down to the next level. It's a theoretical possibility. You know what? I think we're better off with the speed upgrade now that I look at it, but how could I not be happy with this run, right? I would still give us probably like maybe 1 in 4 chances of winning. Why so low? Because we really, I mean, that seems pretty optimistic to me. 1 in 4 chances of winning as the lost? It's unlikely. you can never get hit, at least on our current run right now. We can't get hit, so paralysis. Very glad we didn't take that in the midst of a room. Oh man, these fucking enemies that can shoot wherever they want, man. So annoying. But we have our item room here. Let's see what's going. Blood Rights as the Lost. I don't know if it's amazing or just absolutely god-awful. We definitely want to buy whatever we can buy from our shop. This is a run that matters. You know what? Even though it's not kind to our donation machine, I'm going to try to get 5 cents out of it so we can reroll ASAP. Although now that I think about it, I'm like, we don't really need to do that. Instead, let's wait on our next reroll. That way we could probably eke 1 more reroll out of it. It's not so much about the actual, the timing. It's more about just, being able to get it done in the first place. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, I was a little scared there because I kind of botched the first couple of, bombs. Thought I'd put myself in, like, a situation that it might be, like, literally impossible to get out of, but nah, we seem fine. And really the scariest moment for us on this run, or on this, game right now is every single moment in which we don't immediately kill an enemy to start. You know, as soon as we enter a room, there's going to be a lot of shit on the screen. We have to really focus on making that first dodge workable, basically. If we don't, we got problems. But we reroll Blood Rights into Shoop the Whoop, which is obviously not good enough. And then we reroll Shoop the Whoop into PhD, which is very good. Now, all of our pills are going to be identified, which is almost as good as just making them outright useful. And to be honest with you, I think we just head down to our next floor. Obviously, this is very fast, but I don't think we're going fast because we're rushing. I think we're going fast because it's a fast run right now. We'll go down to 15 cents, then blow it up. Because I did want a trinket out of it. You never know. Maybe like a... Even if it was like a broken Ankh or something like that, I'd be happy to come back. Because it's not I don't really care about winning as the loss. That would be awesome. I mostly just want to not lose this run. So if I end up being, you know, Dark Judas or Blue Baby, I don't really care. That's completely fine by me. So we got issues. We keep creating more enemies to deal with. Luckily, our speed is high enough that should be fine. And just watch out for these guys. They have to come this way. Awesome. Okay, we get a Temperance card, which I'm just going to blow up. Kind of want to blow this guy up, too. Just see if maybe we can get a useful payout there. This is terrible. Yep, I'm dead. Alright, well that was our lost run by accident. I don't consider that one a throw. It would have been a throw if I had if I'd gotten any respawn ability. It definitely looked like a winnable run for sure. SP2X 4P EV. You can play that lost run for yourself if you're interested. Because I did flash the seed up there at the start. Disappointing, I'll admit. You know, once I got Epic Fetus and like 2 items away, or 2 items towards Guppy, I was like, we got this. We got a good chance at least. A better than average lost chance. But okay, if there had been like a single rock or something, I think we could have done it. But it was like the enemies combined with the tractor beam. I was like, we're probably fucked now. Which might have been a little bit of defeatist thinking. Maybe with a miracle dodge we could have made it out of there. But anyway, that was a fun way to get started here. And it's not like we've had, it's been like a prohibitively long video. We only got down to Necropolis 1. So now we are Lazarus with Virgo. Don't really mind taking damage on the first floor. I'd rather not die before we have survivability, but it's largely irrelevant, all things considered. Man, now I'm starting to feel the regret from that lost run a little bit, but the dream was temporarily real there. The dream was temporarily real. Can't win them all. That's kind of like the exact point of the lost, I guess. Remind you, the hard part isn't getting the run, it's letting go. If I might dead money it a little bit. Okay, so we are... Well, I mean, you know Lazarus at this point. We played Lazarus a lot lately. He's been showing up with the randoms more commonly than you would expect. That's how random works sometimes. We don't need to necessarily pick up these red hearts, but I think we might as well. A Yara rune right off the bat is a little unfortunate in a way. I'm happy to have it, but it does, it commandeers our slot here for a long time. I didn't really mean to use the phrase commandeers our slot. I understand that maybe that comes across as a little dirty. That wasn't my intention. So we're hoping for an HP upgrade from Monstro here. If we don't get an HP upgrade, anything that gives us Spirit Hearts is good. If we don't get that, I will take DPS upgrades and we'll try to roll into a Deal with the Devil on the next floor. Hopefully it's as good as our Deal with the Devil was on that Lost run, and we'll be able to just kill ourselves by taking the items, respawn as Dark Lazarus, or I don't even know, you know, Kirk Lazarus, Robert Downey Jr.'s character from the 2008 classic Tropic Thunder, and we'll be happy with that, you know. We can live with it either way, but I'd much rather cement our, you know, Kirk Lazarus state here right off the bat, so we can get that extra damage multiplier ASAP. In the meantime, if you would like to die a little bit more quickly, that would be awesome. But I'm used to having Epic Fetus, which might be the problem. Okay, perfect. We have Super Bandage, which means that I'm going to try to find a way to kill myself on this floor. I could do so on the shop, but I could also do so on the Curse Room. Well, this would be awesome if it was Small Rock. We don't need the Spirit Hearts. I'll take them. We don't need them, though. Spend a key or... You know, this is not the right way to do this, but I'm going to spend a key and go to our shop and kill ourselves this way. The reasoning... Oh, wow, Gimpy. Look at the balls on Gimpy there with that sweet Spirit Heart payout. The reason I wanted to do this is so I didn't do what I was going to do, which was go to the Curse Room and then possibly kill myself on the way in, so I respawn inside and thus get stuck there. Or I have to take damage on the way out, I should say. And we did get a Balls of Steel pill, so I'm glad I didn't take it. But we are kind of disgustingly safe here. We've got 8 HP, 2 of it is red hearts. We got the small damage multiplier. We are on the cellar, so it's a good situation to be in as Lazarus. We've got a lot of survivability, and normally that's the thing that bothers you early as Lazarus, is that survivability. So to get that handled feels good. Taurus is fine. I hate the speed downgrade that's applied basically flatly, but it means that if we get speed upgrades, they are very beneficial for us. Being able to have Taurus to open a room with is very valuable, especially if we can get something that synergizes well with it, like the ability to fly. If we can just fly over top of rocks, walk into enemies, and, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So if there's rocks on that straight line, that's going to slow us down right now, but if we get the ability to fly, it won't become an issue, or it will no longer be an issue, I should say. For now, though, this is a very, very solid and survivable run, without a doubt. And honestly, we're not slow enough that we're never going to get that Lazarus charge. I wouldn't be surprised... Or not Lazarus, what am I talking about? Taurus charge. Now, that's like a colossal mistake there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it pop up on our boss fight here. And this is obviously a library. Got How to Jump and also Book of Shadows. It's a little unfortunate that we couldn't get a good battery charge target there, like even a Book of Revelations or obviously a Satanic Bible would have been great, but Book of Revelations is, or sorry, Book of Shadows is well worth holding without a doubt, especially if we can get an orbital. So that just opens up and widens the kind of acceptable bosses for us to fight here, which is the little-known sequel to Horrible Bosses that was not nearly as well received, which is hard to do when you consider how poorly Horrible Bosses 2 was received. But this is within the context of the joke, so there it is. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, now if we fight Pestilence, or for that matter, Famine, I don't think Famine can show up on the second floor, though, I'm not sure. Then we have a cube of meat, and all of a sudden, Book of Shadows becomes actually kind of like a viable offensive item in addition to kind of like a just keep ourselves alive defensive item. Yeah, just walk right into the fire. It couldn't possibly hurt. Might as well. I mean, like, we're probably not going to take damage against the Widow anyway, but why not get like half of the Widow's HP taken out for free, right? Like, this also allows us to expedite that process of becoming Taurus, because we were moving around getting our Taurus charged up during that phase, so it worked out fairly well. Take our box. We get Rusted Key, an acceptable trinket. Believe that is Balls of Steel. High Priestess. We'll take High Priestess in with us, just in case this exact situation happens. And we get Lump of Coal, which is great, but it's disappointing that we don't have the ability to trade away any of our HP. I'm going to head down to the next floor. Feeling really good about this run, except for that little, just a little dark cloud here, is that we don't have that deal with the Devil Precedent. But, once we get that, or if we get that, we're going to be good. Or, you know, deals with the Angel could sell it for us as well. So yes, I took Bob's Brain. I feel bad because I've been ignoring Bob's Brain a lot lately. I haven't been tending to Bob's Brain's needs. I've been saying, Bob's Brain, you know, your love is like bad medicine. Bob's Brain is what I need. Oh, anyway. We got Bomb Bag. That's not particularly strong, especially now that we have a permanent bomb, but figured we might as well come in here now, and we'll pop this right away. My reasoning behind not doing this earlier is because I wanted Book of Shadows charged up, even though it's probably only going to give us one wave now that I look at it, yeah. A little disappointing. Bob's Brain, I think, is a totally fine pickup in our current situation. We want to be at a distance to enemies anyway because of Lump of Coal, and Bob's Brain will kill anything. Anything we encounter early here, at least, in one hit. All we got to do is be cautious about its existence. That was a big miss that's going to cost us a little time. Alrighty. More than enough money to make use of our shop here. The particularly astute amongst you might note that we could have already gone to our shop on the last floor and probably just blown it up, but I've got to be a little cautious towards our donation machine, considering it's getting down there a little bit. So Bob's Brain, in kind of contrast to what I said earlier, actually not strong enough to kill anything we'll encounter in a single hit. The Super Envy in Phase 1 actually did stand up to it, but it's kind of a fringe scenario. I'm just waiting on, yeah, there we go, Taurus, which is going to allow me to just run wild on these Super Envy fools here. And would I have taken Shoop to Whoop? I probably would have considered it. I like Book of Revelations a lot, and I actually think Book of Revelations, and by Book of Revelations, of course, for the 18th time, I mean Book of Shadows, is one of the most underrated, potentially game-winning items. And I'm going to use it here to simply open a golden chest. But hey, that's versatility right there, right? I really do think that it's kind of considered like a B-tier book, and that's fair in my opinion. It's definitely a cut below like Satanic Bible or Book of Revelations or obviously Book of Belial or something like that. But at the same time, it's really good. It can win you the game by itself, and it scales so well because it's a 3-charge item, or synergizes so well, rather. That was very stupid of me. With items like 9 volts, trinkets like AAA battery, Nun's Habit, obviously. It can really carry you like that. Well, Bomb Bag is making a very compelling case for looking for Magic Mushroom here. Instead, we get Liberty Cap, and you know what? I take Liberty Cap enough that I can say enough's enough for now. We don't need Liberty Cap right now. Always want Hanged Man on that one. It's a bit of a tough call because Hermit card does give us the teleportation so we can get out of Boss Rush, but as much as I love Boss Rush, we probably don't want to do that. Let's be honest. We wanna save our Yarrow rune so we can do something clever with it on the chest if we get the chance, and we get we get experimental treatment, which I have no interest in. And then we have to. I'm sorry to do this to Book of Shadows after talking it up so much, but there's no way we can't do Blank Cardiera. There's no getting away from it, I should say. Blank Cardiera is, for a reason, one of the funniest combinations in the game. Now we can use this on shops, we can use this wherever we want to get pretty much whatever we want. Like, if I go back down to our shop here, which I can do because we're way ahead of schedule on Boss Rush, and then, like, blow up our donation machine once. Is there a battery charge? There is a battery charge in here. So just blow up your donation machine. Get some money out of it. Blank Cardiera. Pick up this... I shouldn't have picked up the Spirit Heart necessarily, but it doesn't matter. And this can easily take us to 99 bombs, 99 keys, 99 cents. I guess not 99 bombs, but you get the idea on the rest of this stuff. I think I just bought the Spirit Heart, which means we won't be getting any more Spirit Hearts, but that's also totally fine. You might be saying, don't pick up all the money, you idiot, and there is a valid case to be made there, but at the same time, I need to draw the line at some point, because otherwise we're just going to walk into things for the rest of our lives here. Like, right now, we're probably just about at the limit of where we want to be in terms of this. Because the problem is I can never pick up those red hearts. I just bought Mom's coin purse by accident. What do we get here? Lemon Party. Pretty Fly. 2 Pretty Flies. Could have doubled them, I guess. And a speed upgrade. I want the money. I want the keys. We'll just buy this key. And that'll mark the end of this shop for us. But, you know, if you can be mad at me for not getting 99. But let's be realistic here. We did pick up we picked up like 80 cents and then spent a little bit of it. And then we picked up 50 keys, somewhere in the vicinity of that, so that's Blank Cardiera already working its magic, and we managed to keep it, which is smart, because sometimes I make that mistake, and I'm an idiot about it. Let's move along here. So we should really not be afraid to use Blank Cardiera in pretty much any situation. The earliest one that I can think of that gives us like a target for this floor is probably just a room with some bombs. So, you know, Bomb Bag will pay out, obviously, especially if we can get Bomb Bag and just a regular bomb payout on the same room. Then we get maybe 2 bombs or 3 bombs. We could Blank Cardiera that, but we already have full HP, so what do we care? I guess more speed upgrades would have been sweet too. I wish I'd duplicated those, but I didn't know they existed. So this is like a Blank Cardiera target right here. And we'll just come back to that room as often as we have to. In order to double our bombs and keys. I mean, it only takes 5 doublings. Well, okay, that's not fair. It takes 6 doublings to take 1 bomb to 32 bombs. Can we get 6 doublings on this floor? Depends if we find a shop with a battery charge on it. We also have a double key room. Guy almost got me there. Let's go down and check out our double key room, which does not require us to reroll our shit. Why not double this room? Because money is less of an issue for us than bombs are. I mean, bombs are not going to be an issue either. We have 5 of them, which is not bad. And then we have Bomb Bag. But money is already sorted, so why not give another consumable the chance to, you know, be the homecoming queen here. Okie dokie. Our damage, admittedly, leaves a lot to be desired. I'd really be hoping to see... It's not bad. I'd really be hoping to see a deal with the devil on this floor that actually gives us even, like, dark matter. I know by saying even dark matter, that's going to annoy some people anyway. Like, oh, dark matter, even one of the better damage upgrades in the game. But, it, you know, as far as, like, boss room items go, it gets a lot better than that. Or, not boss room, devil room items. It does get better than dark matter, so... I'm not trying to insult it, I'm just saying relative to its pool, I think that's a fair assessment. I didn't even know we could pick up that Spirit Heart, to be honest with you. And rubber cement, is it worth it? I don't know, but I like it, so it's worth it for me personally, I think. And with lump of coal, I think it's better than it would be without it. Alright, shops are basically where we're going to make all of our consumables, if they have a battery charge at least. Which they do, so we will double this and pick up our battery charge. And double this and pick up our battery charge. Do we know the pill? Oh, it's a lemon party. Too bad that's not like any attribute upgrade, but I guess I shouldn't be too mad about it. And I mean, this is probably good. Let's be semi-realistic here, and I'll buy the battery. If we ever need money, hopefully you can see how this is pretty repeatable. And we don't need to go back necessarily and double our other shit, but we can if we want to. Okay, just make sure you're leaving with Blank Cardiera. I'm leaving behind, you know, like a key. That's okay. Just make sure you're taking blank card Yera. There we go. And this is going to slow us down, but it doesn't really matter because our focus is no longer on boss rush. It's actually just on, you know, making sure we have enough keys to actually do that, like, pretty much endless duplication on the chest. And speaking of endless duplication, we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll probably end up, yeah, picking up one key, which is suboptimal, of course, but, you know, we don't really have too much control over it being placed right in front of the door, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. This is probably our way to get to the boss fight, so if we could just have like one more room before the boss fight. Oh, that's a disappointment, but let's see what we got here anyway. It's a mega fatty fight. A mega fatty fight, mega fatty fight. Pop the top, rip it and shake it. Lick it again. Anyway, I'm trying to... Is my range high enough to bounce shit off this mushroom? I don't know. This is kind of a subpar fight against Mega Fatty. I feel like we could be going a lot faster. You know what's exciting? Haven't really burned ourselves too hard on Bob's brain yet. Man, we have so much invincibility too. Even without Book of Shadows, we gotta deal with the Angel. A range upgrade I basically can't do shit about. The Relic is good, obviously. But yeah, it looks like this might actually be a Mega Satan fight. It's a Mega Satan fight, I don't even know if on this room, because it starts with no combat, I might never get the Taurus charge. I don't feel myself getting very fast. And our HP is obviously fine. We'll get a key here, as well as a bomb and a key. And by key, I meant key piece, but that's okay. And again, we're not going to be going to our boss rush on this run, and that's okay. We have to, don't sweat the boss rush, and it's all boss rush, right? That's what I've always said. And we'll pick up all of our keys and bombs here. We gotta kind of play the long game, because we do want to have 99 keys for the chest. And we're already at 84. Of course, we're gonna spend some, but if we're generating 40 keys per floor, that's probably a pretty okay situation for us to be in. We could play the Judgment. I just don't care, because the Judgment can't really give us anything, I guess, but mapping that I'd be that excited about. I don't want to play him for 10 minutes and get Black Bean. Okay, 16 minutes here. Lucky hit, I think, and this room is already over. Do we want Matchstick? Rusted Key is better, I think, because it gives us an outlet for our keys. You know, it gives us something to do with them. Instead of Matchstick is going to give us a lot of bombs, but we just, like, could not care less about these, basically, because we already have unlimited bombs with our combo. And there you go. I actually think that we've got a really nice synergy, too, because we have all these, like, passive items. That was a terrible dodge on my part. We have all these passive items that give us more consumables on a set interval. Whenever they line up, that's a great target for blank card Yera. Check out our curse room, of course. Still no deal with the Devil Precedent. In fact, we're kind of working on deal with the Angel Precedent at this point because of the key piece. It's not 100% guaranteed deal with the Angel Precedent, that is, but does work like that sometimes. I might play this guy just because he's a little easier to get to. Which at this point, like, the Judgment plays are completely optional, so the easier it is for me to get to them, the more likely I am to actually play them, that's for sure. One thing's for sure, this blank card Yera run is helping me forget about the inadequacy that I felt at the end of that Lost run. I will give it that. And you know what else is cool is that with the battery, we don't have to worry about wasting, I don't know what you would call it, like opportunity cost maybe with our, with blank card Yera. We can wait for a good opportunity to use them because we can store 2 charges at the same time. So, of course, you know, you want to be using it here. We don't really get much from Pandora's Box on Necropolis. I think it's 4 Spirit Hearts, which is obviously just not worth anything for us. But we'll get unlimited bombs at least. And we could double our money as well. The money had not touched the ground, so it did not double. And we obviously want to buy Nun's Habit. I hope that's clear as well. Let's pick up our bombs. Again, I don't really care about having more money because we're not going to need it. But I'll take our bombs, most of them anyway. Card is the Lovers. Blank card Lovers is not really valuable for us. And we continue to just... I'm very lucky, I should say, that there's a ton of battery charges in the shop. Were it not for those, we wouldn't really be able to... Oh, you're not going to believe me, but my keyboard kind of froze up a little bit there. Yeah, we're in a cool situation, I think. where we've actually been able to exploit the kind of exploitability of this item so far, or this item combination. Let's see what we've got in here. It's just a gate fight. Nothing wrong with this. Bob's Brain going to do a decent amount of damage. We should always keep moving. It's hard for me to remember that, but keep moving so Taurus can actually charge up. Again, I would welcome speed upgrades. If you want to give them to me, it just makes Taurus a much more viable item. I would also welcome actual bomb synergies. So we could use some of our 72 bombs to deal damage. Well, this is just silly at this point, but we might as well double tap this. And we're going to get somewhere in the vicinity of 60 cents out of it, I think. 60 cents might have been a little ambitious, but I was like, well, we're getting 2 doublings of a nickel. So that's 20 cents right there. I guess we didn't probably get 40 out of the others, but we are at 83 cents now. And I'll take the hit. I don't really care. Got a Spirit Heart back here anyway. Of course, we're coming back to look for our item room. Again, as much as it pains me to say so... Oh, Lord. Well, might as well play you. As much as it pains me to say so, we are not going to be doing boss rush on this run. So, again, it's kind of like, what do I care about taking another 2 minutes on this floor? Maybe this guy could give me mapping. Probably not, if we're being realistic. And we don't want any other consumable. Maybe a better trinket, but... I will say that I'm a little disappointed with our damage on this run. Mystery Sack is actually pretty synergistic with what we've got going on. I'm a little disappointed with our damage on this run. We haven't really improved it very much. And that could bite us in the ass a little bit, but it's hard to imagine this run failing with all the defensive setups we've got going on here. We have, like, Virgo, Taurus, Gimpy. We've got a lot of ways out. I want to see what these pills are. One is a health up, which is not actually that meaningful, I think. One is a lemon party, so I don't really care about blank card Yera-ing these. Double key room. Would I re-roll my whole run? I guess I would. We'll see. It's a 5 room. We could do this all over again. We might as well. Consider this my my way of apologizing for having rushed on a lot of runs recently. This is a run that, by all accounts and purposes, should be a win. But I'm going to re-roll it all anyway. Or not re-roll the whole run, sorry. Redo the floor anyway. To try to make it a little bit zanier, because why not? You know, we'll redo the whole floor, and hopefully we'll have a better chance to get some deals with the devil or something like that. Deals with the angel, also fine. I mean, it seems surprisingly common to get a deal with the... an angel, get a key piece, and then get a deal with the devil right after. I guess what we could do is, you know, there's that new technique that's been discovered where if you donate money to the donation machine, you get luck up. And if you donate, like, over 10 cents, you get a much greater chance of a deal with the angel. The thing is, I don't really want to deal with the angel. Like, I don't really care that much about fighting Mega Satan. It's kind of like it's a contingency plan when our deals with the devil don't work out. If we get the chance to do it, I'll do it, but apart from that, I don't really care that much. But we could, I suppose, do that. I mean, it's not like we don't have pretty much unlimited purchasing power. I mean, we don't have unlimited money. Let's just be realistic about that. But we do have pretty much unlimited purchasing power. Okay, you know what? Just move back and forth here. If these guys are going to be assholes and put their creep down to try to control the board, we'll just get out of here. And that's a lot of drops, thanks to Mystery Sack, Bomb Bag, and maybe just the random drop anyway. Firemind does not make our lives easier, and especially considering we have Bob's Brain, it's a little bit of a problem for us, if I'm being 100% honest. I would rather see something else, but I'm going to take it because we're, you know, kind of in that beggars can't be choosers situation. We're desperate. The good news is, again, I talked about this when we picked up Bob's Brain, but I don't really want to be close... Whoa, keyboard kind of froze a little bit there again. I don't really want to be close to enemies anyway. So we should be able to save ourselves from Hive Mind just by not being next to them. Guess we might as well blank card Yera that, considering there's a battery. But again, at some point you gotta say enough's enough. And I think we're almost at that point right now, if we're not at that point already. I will blank card that. Might as well do it twice, whatever. And then we've got a nice Spirit Heart Reservoir in case I royally fuck it up in the future. That was not good play. Devil? Maybe if there's greed in here, which there's not. There's no battery charge as well. I don't really want anything in there. Portable slot doesn't do enough for us. At the very least, we have gotten Firemind from this floor. That's not nothing. It's either worse than nothing or better than nothing. That's the one thing I'm sure of with Firemind, is that it's definitely not completely meaningless, like Rainbow Baby probably will be. No insult there. Rainbow Baby is... It's better to have it than not have it. But, Firemind, the jury's still out. Let's see what we've got here. Let's fight against the cage. This will be a pretty good test for us. I think it's important for me to get that Taurus charge as soon as possible. And it's got to be like any second now. Yeah, there we go. I wish that we could still use Bob's Brain while in the Taurus mode, because, man, that was, like, not as much damage as I thought. I guess I'm mostly happy for the survivability. I will say, yeah, Firemind, pretty good counter to the cage here. As long as he rolls through the fire, he's taking more damage than I could probably do to him with my tears alone. But we did get more damage, so maybe that's something to be said there. We'll throw down this Judgment. You know what? Why not play this Judgment pretty aggressively here? We get invincibility. We get the ability to, you know, get a payout. We also have a huge chance. Yeah, sure, the contract from below is fine here. We have a huge chance to get our Spirit Hearts back later anyway. So we're up to 99 keys. I don't care about the Spirit Hearts back here. We're going to get them on the next floor anyway because of the relic, so we might as well just go. This is a very long run for a run that should be a 100% win. But that's half the fun. I am surprised that we've done 200 floors here and have still not picked up much in the way of damage upgrades, but something's got to give, right? I guess you can't just, like, ball out of control in every conceivable axis. Or axis every time. And I probably cannot access that. You know what? I'm glad I can't access that. I mostly wanted to try just to see, but I don't really want to speed down. Because Taurus is not essential for us, but not irrelevant either. That was like the most amazingly timed jump from these two jerk holes here. Throw down a Wheel of Fortune. Pill is Lemon Party. You know what? Like, let's do this. I'm going to blank card Yera Lemon Party. And I'm going to blank card Yera it again. And then we're just going to use Lemon Party to steamroll, like, several floors here. Or several rooms. This one we get Pyromaniac. All of a sudden, Firemind and Bob's Brain are huge pickups. And then we get to reroll our whole run. Okay, so what I will be looking for here is an opportunity to dump the blank card somewhere else, but the 6th room also rerolls all consumables on the ground. So we want to hold Yera, dump blank card. Otherwise, I may not reroll this whole run. My reasoning behind that is a fun run right here. Okay, of course that's another Lemon Party. I should have known this. Just throw that down there and maybe get something going. Might as well stand right next to these enemies and try to explode, I guess. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've already done all the legwork to make this blank card Yera run work. To just re-roll the whole thing seems like it would be a little bit of a disappointment. But honestly, not doing it seems like a little bit of a disappointment as well. Because it's like, you know, if you're not willing to re-roll this run, are you really willing to re-roll any run? You know, it makes you look like a poser. I think I'll re-roll it all. There's no place for me to shove blank card. I guess maybe it would be best if we could re-roll the whole run and still blank card. So in order to try that, I'm gonna come up here and we're gonna try to swing this on the shop. Maybe there'll be like a candle, and then I could re-roll the candle. But it'll also re-roll all items on the... Yeah, it'll be like the 6th room is also a 4 room, right? So it'll re-roll all items on pedestals everywhere. I think that no matter which way we slice it, we're not going to be able to keep our blank card. As much as I wish that we could. Might as well buy Fanny Pack. Alright, well, this is going to do it then. I am going to do it. We've seen blank card Yera before. Admittedly, I am throwing out blank card Yera, Pyromaniac, Bob's Brain, Firemind. Why am I doing this? Because... It's not because it's easy that we do these things, it's because it's hard. So we've re-rolled our whole run. We have Epic Fetus. I can't describe to you how colossal that disappointment feels. Re-rolling Epic Fetus. Re-rolling into Epic Fetus, I should say. I was hoping for something zany. Instead, we get freaking Epic Fetus. Who cares? This was a terrible re-roll. Well... Nobody said it was easy. It does do a lot of damage, though. Oh my god. And still no deal with the Devil Precedent, hilariously enough. We might as well go full permanent Polaroid invincibility and then head down to the next floor. I mean, this should be really fast. I don't know, did we get any mapping items? We did get the Mind, it looks like, based on the fact that we can see absolutely everything. This is an absolute ridiculous amount of damage, by the way. I think we have Infestation 2 along with Epic Fetus, and our Epic Fetus damage is so high, we killed Mom in basically one hit. We might as well check that, see if it's the Emperor. Wheel of Fortune. Useful for the chest. It's no blank Cardiera with unlimited keys, but holy crap. We may actually be able to swing like a one-floor guppy here. We just got 9 lives. Which is good, because I was feeling a little scared on this run. I was like, are we going to be able to make it? It was looking a little tight. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. Again, our spiders are doing so much damage. Got Mr. Fred, one shot probably. Yeah, one shot without even any spider help, so... You gotta deal with the angel. Okay, let's do it. It's Guardian Angel. We might as well fight our angel statue, which will probably die before I can even shoot it. And then we'll take a second key piece. It's a very strange run. We have... I don't even want the other... I should have taken the other HP, but whatever. We know why I should have taken the other HP? Because I have freaking Guppy's paw, you ding-dong. I'm calling myself a ding-dong here. Not abnormal for me. But... Curse of the Lost, so we can't see where we're going. Slight disappointment, but let's be honest. We're steamrolling it anyway. This could be a Guppy payout for us, hilariously enough. It's not, but it could have been. And if we become Guppy on this run, it'll be disgusting. We didn't have any Guppy items before, so I don't think we're... I guess we would have changed color, so we would know. Curse Room. You know what I'm thinking. This is another Guppy chance right here. Not quite, not quite. Life goes on, though. We really don't need permanent Polaroid invincibility, because there's no chance for us to get hit more than once on a room anyway. Like, it just doesn't happen. Which is not me being cocky, it's just literally... As long as I put the cursor over the enemy, every enemy dies in one hit. So, it takes a lot for me to get hit twice on a room. This is a dead end. It doesn't take a lot to annoy me. I'm still a little annoyed at the fact that... you know, we hit a dead end there, but shit happens. Spiders! We should check that for an Emperor. Temperance. I could see how you would be confused. It sounds very similar, but... It's not exactly what I want. This has got to be the right way at this point. I keep thinking I can fly, but I cannot fly. Oh, if you don't go down immediately, you're going to be in real trouble. Which is a sentence with some uncomfortable connotations. Oh, get out of there! I saw the missile come down. We got out of the way. This is, by the way, if you're watching this thinking, man, I really hope NL wins this one, I think you're in luck. This will definitely be a win. It's an almost inconceivable run. The damage is higher than maybe almost any run I've seen before in my life, plus Infestation 2, plus, like, still a latent Guppy chance, which is just hilarious to me at this point. I'm just disappointed that we re-rolled a really interesting run into one that's only interesting because it's very strong. Like, it's not bad. I'm still very happy with the re-roll, but I wish that the re-roll had been worse but cooler. Which is an easy thing to say when you're definitely going to win anyways. Like, I wish they'd made it harder on me, but... You know, it's kind of the truth. We had a really cool combination that I probably should not have re-rolled, and my re-roll did not turn out very well for it. Or it turned out too well, almost. But what an interesting video, at least. We had that Epic Fetus Lost run, followed by an Epic Fetus Lazarus run. Both of which kind of came in completely out of left field. And, of course, we will pop Wheel of Fortune on the next floor. Range down is pretty much meaningless. Goat Head is too little too late, but doesn't matter. We did not even get to shoot before we killed Isaac, which is maybe the first time that's happened since, like, unbelievably strong Guppy runs. Okay. Oh, we do have the full key piece. I don't know why I didn't notice that. We should blow up our thing there. Why not, right? We should fight Mega Satan. We might as well go up against one of the strongest enemies in the game if we're gonna have one of the strongest runs we've ever had. And we should... I'm debating whether or not we're gonna be able to kill him in, like, one phase. Like, one hit, I should say. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to, like, quote-unquote sequence break. But it's still so strong, obviously. One hit is enough to send us into the next phase. I hit myself there, which was not very smart. I'm saving Monstro's Tooth, but I don't know what for, because I actually feel like Monstro's Tooth is actually completely meaningless for us, because it's going to do less damage than a single shot. I can't believe Super Envy did not die in a single Epic Fetus shot, by the way. That's really impressive to me. Did we get him? I think we got him. Alright, so it's got to be angel statues now. One hit each for sure. And now we're on the second phase, I'm assuming. It's a very fast Mega Satan fight. I mean, we have Epic Fetus. It's not like it's personal skill that's dictating this, but... There's, that delicious, Monstrous Tooth there really swung the thing in our favor. And that's a win! Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.